Good evening. Here's Prince Todd, beaming out to my beautiful listeners and followers, if you wish, out there. Channel 4. And another thing that came to me the other day, what's 11 and 11? 22. Channel 4 is the channel. And of course, you all know about that enlightened triangle now, which is 22, 11 and 33. Beautiful, beautiful. Love yous all out there, all walks of life, and never ever forget it, because your Prince of Light is here to help and assist humanity get out of this dreadful dark shit. Let that cosmic energy flow in. Let the cosmic energy flow in. And as I always say, go with the flow. Don't go against the flow. Because what happens when you go against the flow? You're going to drown and crash and burn going against the flow. Always go with the flow or become the flow. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen out there. Must be feeling good now that you know there's a true prince out there fighting on your side. I know I'd bloody feel safe having a prince out there. And everyone should be getting into their spirituality now and your spiritualism. And as I said with these Islamists, the dark, deep state gangsters of government are beckoning them. And now your eyes should be fully awoken to such. Well, it's treason. It's treason. And you can't operate without a true crown, true sovereignty, or a true royal family running the show. As I said, everything's been hijacked over the thousands of centuries, and the dark nobility and families that we just don't know of at the moment. Yes, we know the Rockefellers and the Bourbons. Even the Ford family's there. Many families are there in that 1% club, isn't there? The elites, and remember Agenda 21? Did everyone forget about Agenda 21 after the COVID? They tried, and it failed miserably. Actually backfired on them. And what did I tell you about Pluto? Pluto. Life, death, rebirth, transformation. It's getting in all this transformation. Unfortunately, the chaos is going to get worse and worse and worse until you out there, not sheep, I don't like calling you sheep, but my beautiful listeners out there and followers, if you wish. And it's going to be great, great, great times when you follow a true leader, because this is what I do, this is my job, because we go fighting against corruption and the darkness as such. Now, you seen what happened on the Harbour Bridge the other day with these Palestinians? How dare they? How dare they even set fire to the Australian flag? I think they got balls even trying to do this shit in a foreign country that we adopted. These what did I call them the other day? Outsiders. This country opened their hearts for them and adopted them into our country to be nice and peaceful and to get away from all that shit that's happening overseas. But what do? They bring their shit here. Now it's time to clean up their shit and throw it back to where it belongs. Back overseas, not in Australia. And most of us are a peace and loving race. And we're like that to all walks of life all over planet Earth until you upset us. And when you upset us, well, it's time to look out. Because we fight back. We don't take shit like this. Why don't we have protests of being Christians or protests against the protests? Let's have a protest against the Palestinians here in Australia, which they should be Australians. This happened so long ago when people were coming up to you and saying, I'm a Lebanese Australian. Bullshit. That is such bullshit. You're an Australian Lebanese, and by all means, embrace your culture. Got nothing wrong with your culture. But you've got to mix in with the locals. If you don't want to mix in with the locals, and this is halal food too. All that bullshit. That's how it gradually try and get into the local people here. We should have been jumping up and down since day one. But then law-abiding citizens get locked up because easy targets. Well, we're not easy targets anymore, let me tell you. As I said, strength. You've got to be strong, you've got to have courage. And trust me, my family's been doing this for eons. That's why we have the crown. You call it a crown of truth, a crown of justice, a crown of righteousness. I tell you what, I'm spiritual, and with your spirituality, but I tell you what, that Muslim faith is going to clash again with the Christianity. This has been happening for a while too. As I said, we were Crusaders, and Saladin, which obviously the Muslims know of Saladin or Saladin, we had a truce. Now they're breaking that truce. And what happens when you break a truce? You go in the battle again. Now, I don't think anyone wants to go in the battle again like the Crusades. History repeating. We want peace. Peace, light, love. Put it out there. This is what I'm saying. Walk around like this. Start getting with the course. Or start getting in with the program. Okay? Because I get very annoyed when I see shit happening out on the street that shouldn't even be there. I'm sick of the pedophiles in high places, and the masses are sick of it too. Sick of all this other bullshit going on with the Albanese government. How dare he even think of backing the Palestinians or Palestinians when they started all this bullshit in this first place with hostages. And I still, correct me if I'm wrong, they still got 50 hostages anyway. And why is the Western government backing Islamists? I mean, surely listeners, please tell me why our Western government is getting overrun by outsiders, Muslims, extremists, activists, and just plain terrorists. And in plain sight, walking across our harbour bridge, and then dickhead Albanese turns around and says, oh, it's okay, it's a peaceful protest. What a dickhead. I shouldn't really, because this has been planned. They're planning the whole, it's their agenda. It is not our agenda. But as I said, he plays my game now. He plays by God's rules upstairs. And it'll be justice. And heads are going to roll. Because then when all this comes into play, and it will come into play, people are looking for alternatives now, and they'll be going, oh, look over there. There's a prince. And here's me here going, hey guys, True Prince here to help and assist you guys get out of this dark, insidious, fucked up mess that we're in. And you need a true leader with strength. And I come in spades with strength. Okie dokie. So, just got to keep moving forward, guys. Just got to keep moving forward. And as I said, I'm strong. I'm very strong. I'm ready and I'm engaged. Let's do a couple of cards and see how tarot reads. All right, what do we got? First he can. It's a water sign. It's a scorpion. It's 5 of Cups. Instability. Overexertion. Strife. Changes. Freedom. Loss. We need freedom. Freedom. Okay, so we got to get out of that regret and disappointment. It's definitely a scorpion card because it's with water sign. Actually, we got to do it again. You know why, peoples? Lovely listeners out there and followers if you wish. I did knock 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Haven't got the bell here. As I said, back in Queensland, 10 hours on the road, and then tomorrow morning I'll be back home again, packing the bags, ready for the next move. Transformation, transitional period, life, death, rebirth. What have we got? Okay, so reverse. Self-worth, hustling, living beyond means, obsession with work and false success. Okay, so it's the 9 of Pentacles. It's an Earth and it's Virgo. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Alright, I'll just draw the 4 cards today. Knight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I think I'm going to have to go through. We'll keep these cards, but I'll have to go on. Too many Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, practical, providing, financially a working parent. And the answer is yes there too. And Sagittarius and Capricorn. Then we'll go into the King of Pentacles. Wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, and this is what I have, discipline. If I didn't have discipline, let's face it, this wouldn't be happening right now. And love and hugs to our ancestors to making this even possible. Love all our ancestors. Otherwise, we just wouldn't be in existence now. Abundance, prosperity and generosity. And unite in shining armour. Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, efficiency and responsibility. Remember, Albanese, he's got a lot of responsibility there, which is incorrectly in deep state, darkness, dark side, and he wishes darkness to everybody else. This is what he does. He is who he is. He made that deal with the devil and signed that contract with the devil, so he lays in bed with the devil. But you shouldn't expect everyone else to lay in bed with the devil. He's an insidious dark side creature. And most of them are monsters by now, if you haven't opened your eyes and seen how the government works with the deep state and their agendas. Don't care about me and you. Okay? Dad upstairs. And I love and care about all walks of life. Even the bad ones, if we can redeem them, so be it. But they want to be redeemed. Okay, so we're in the Revelations now, the book of Revelations, if no one knew that. As I said, read that good little storybook called the Bible. Okay, so what do we have at the Pentacles? We've done the Pentacles. Okay, so obviously I've bought this pack for Mum. They need adjusting and so forth, but maybe if I just go like that and see what it draws. Okay. She's got all the swords together. Yeah, all needs sorting. King of Wands. That's another yes. And that happens to be another Scorpio card. Well, funny about that. Scorpio and Sagittarius on the cusp. It's a fire card. And King of Wands, upright, natural leader, visionary, interpreter, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature, career focused, entrepreneurs. That's what that word I was trying to say. Entrepreneurs. Is that not many entrepreneurs out there? Not doing the right thing with their wealth and money that they've hoarded under bad circumstances. They have a profiteering. Look at Harley Davidson at the moment. No wonder no one wants to buy a Harley. It's not made in America anymore. I think it's made in China or Thailand or some other country that isn't American. And they're going bankrupt now. They're going bankrupt because of the stupid losers, CEOs that pay themselves fortunes and couldn't give a shit about the worker or the blue-collar worker or the white-collar worker, I should say. Anyway, you guys out there you should be fully awake now. You should be fully awake and you should be looking at alternatives. As I said, I'll put my hand up. I'll lead you out of this as a natural born leader and by birthright. As I said, anyone can go do their research and look it all up. And by all means now, you're sitting here looking at me and watching me in the rooms and beyond. Go back through the archives and look what I've put out there. I try and keep it simplistic and basic so everyone can comprehend what is going on. And trust me, nothing is going right at this point of matter. Remember the Prince of Presence and your sacred geometry and your numbers on the cusp of revolution. Just got to unveil the veil, unveiling the hidden truths. Okay, everybody out there, hope you absorbed and embraced and grasped what is happening, because we keep going down this track, you're going to go to oblivion. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen. Take care. stay safe if you can, and start supporting and understand what is going on out there. As I said, most of you are woken up by now, but we need many. We need the masses. Okie dokie. Bye for now.